Hi, welcome to a new Triggre Weekend Masterclass episode. And in this episode, I'm going to explain you how you can extend your complaint management template. And we are going to extend it with a report so that we can see the duration of the handling time of a complaint. So sometimes you would like to see how long it takes to register the complaint and eventually close the complaint to make your team more efficient, so you can see like, okay, this one takes a lot more time than other ones and go on from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how this report looks in the application, and after that I'm going to show you how you can change it in your designer to make this report as it is. So let's go to the application itself. In the application itself, I only added one user flow, and I created it at the complaints section, which is used by the service desk itself. And you can see the report average duration here. And when I click on that, you can see a bar chart of all the average durations. Mine's a little bit off because I've got a lot of test data with a lot of complaints with the same dates and times, but it should give you a general idea what happens. So I would also like to give you a small tip regarding reports, because what happens to me is that I can create a report today, and if I look at the graph in half a year or in a year, it's hard for me to remember what data and what filters the report is based upon. So nowadays I create a details page for myself, and on that details page I define the filters of the report. So in this case the complaints needs to be closed, and it's about the time between close and open. It sounds simple, but with more complicated reports this list could become a lot longer. Now let's go to the designer so I can show you how I've created this report. In the designer, we need to first add a new property to a data item because we need to store the duration of the complaint itself. So I added a property to the data item complaint, which is called time between open and close. What we're going to do is we're going to add a flow part in the user flow process, and in that flow part we are going to calculate the duration between open and close, and we're going to store that at the complaint itself. So at the flow parts itself, like I said, we have a flow part which calculates the time between open and close, as you can see here, and we save that at the complaint itself. Furthermore, we need to add this flow part to a user flow. And in this case, we need to add it to two user flows because a complaint can be closed by the service desk, but it can also be closed by the customer itself. So in both user flows, we need to add it. And as you can see here, this one is of the service desk. We have a status open or closed. And when it's closed, we added this flow part to calculate it. In this case, I'm extending my application, which we already have in use. So we need to determine the duration for all the complaints we've already closed, so that they will be added to the report as well. So we've created a specific flow part for that as well, which we call release duration report, where we check all the closed complaints without a duration, and for every complaint we are going to calculate the time between open and close first and save that at the complaint itself. And we're done. Do you want to see more? You have to wait until next Friday. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out.